All right, so today we have a special edition. We actually have a pre-practice test on chapter 2. I'm putting my name because it's my work. Hello. I'd always put my name up there. Okay. Uh, this, for some people, uh, this is actually the characteristics, if I can spell. Yay! Of quadratics. And this is their graphs. Now, I don't believe in graphing on paper, so this is what we're doing. Okay, now I will tell you this. This is the only one that actually has two things on it. Okay, so our A, we're supposed to describe, we have a rotate at X axis. We have a stretch 2. Okay, now, because this is negative, our minimum, which is F, is going to be negative infinity. Okay, now our H value is the opposite of negative 2. So this is actually, we're going to go to the right 2. Okay, 2 goes here. X equals 2 goes here. 2 goes here. And 2 goes here. Okay. Our Y value is negative. So this is a down 2. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. Okay. So now we need to find our other X values. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, remember, this is in a ratio of 1a. So this is 1 times negative 2, which is negative 2. Now, that means from here, I have to subtract 2. So negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. This is 3a. So this is negative 6. So from here, I subtract 6, I get negative 10. Okay. Now, if, for instance, you happen to make a mistake uh, right here by putting the wrong sign of that, or up here, that affects these other numbers. So I will, I only take off at that point where you messed up. All these other numbers are going to be right. They're just based off this wrong answer. Okay. And I think we discussed yesterday that this is 4, 8, 12, 5. This problem is 17 points. How many questions are on the practice test? Same amount. Okay. Now, yes, it's worth a lot of points. That also means that if you mess up on one small thing, the whole thing's not sunk. Okay. All right. So that was number 1. Number 2. Number 2. All right. So our A is 3. So we have a stretch of 3. That also means that our max is infinity and our vertex and min will be the same. Our H is the opposite. This is negative 1. So this means left 1. X equals negative 1, negative 1, and negative 1. Okay. Our K is 4. So this is a up 4. 4 goes here. 4 and 4. All right. So what's funny? All this stuff right here that I've already filled out, like if you only do this on the test and leave it and it's right, this is only minus 4 points if you don't do these things. Okay. But I behoove you to do them. All right. So this is 1A. Well, that's 1 times 3, which is 3. So 4 plus 3, 7. These are 3A. That's 3 times 3, which is 9. Yep. Now, just like yesterday, we had some Y values that got fairly large fairly quick. Don't be surprised if you see something like that, because we've tried to start slow and move on, and it's multiplication and subtracting. Okay. That's actually my way of cyclically focusing on these lower beginning math skills before we move on. Okay. All right. That was funny. All right. So, not so bad, or maybe so bad. I don't know. We'll see. Painful. All right. So, number 3. All right. So for number 3, yes, I put the A, B, and C here, and this is why, because if you put the wrong values in here, that's going to really mess up everything else. Okay. So A is 1, B is 4, C is 3. Now, your maximum, because this is positive, this is going to be infinity. Okay, I will tell you this. On the other practice test and the test, this part is not here. I don't set it up for you. You'll have to do that. Okay. We are young adults. You should be able to do that. Okay. So I plug this in. I get -4 over 2, which is -2. All right. So this will go here. Okay. That's there, and that's there. Okay. So I plug this in. Yes, the parentheses matters. Okay. No, I'm plugging in -2. Oh, you're telling me the answer. My bad. I was not that far ahead. Okay. So plug it in like so. We do get -1. Okay. So -1 goes here. -1 goes here. -1 goes here. All right. -1, 0. -3, -4. All right. Again, this is 1A. Well, this is 1 times 1, which is 6. No, it's 1. So what's -1 plus 1? 0. And then 3A, 3 times 1 is 3. So I add 3 and we get 3. Okay. Now, believe it or not, if you know how to do this stuff right here, you should be able to pick out the right graph of a quadratic on a standardized test. And believe it or not, something that is on here that I hadn't really covered, it's not on the test. Y'all see these points where this is 0? Those are the zeros or the roots or the x-intercepts. All those are the same thing. I slid those in there just to see if anybody would pay attention to it. Nobody asked about that yet, so you know. All right. So here A is -1, -6, -8. Now, because our A is negative, our minimum is going to be negative infinity. This gives me 6, -2, which is -3. -3 goes here, -3, -3. All right. Again, parentheses matter. Okay. That's how we would enter it in. We get 0. Some of y'all may be used to seeing that in the grade book. I mean, I'm not saying for this grade book. Yes? Oh, that, yes. Okay. Thank you. Well, I did that math correctly, but that, okay. So, all right. So this is all not right. I whited it out because I don't want to type back over it. It's typed. It's a screenshot. All right, this is actually what we should be plugging in -3. Thank you for catching my mistake. Now, if you did, look, if you use the equation that was on the paper that I did not fix, do you think that I'm going to count off points on you? No, because whose mistake is that? Yes. Honestly, I thought I had caught all this stuff. Okay, with the right numbers in the right spots, this is -1 now. Just erase it. Erase you. Oh, this is +1. Sorry. Easy fix. Easy fix. This is why you shouldn't do math in pen. I had a student one year, they got mad at me because I made mistakes because they wrote in pen no matter how many times I told them not to. I think that was a them problem. All right. So this is -1. Yes, 0. Okay. So 0 minus 3. So we get -3. Now, this one, let's see. Yep. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Jeffries. Jeffries. Okay. Uh, 3 and 4 are worth 13 points each. Okay. So that's 34, 26. That's like 60 points in 4 problems. This is going to be a great test. Bring your friends. Okay. All right. Now, math modeling. All right. Remember, we go to the where the y's repeat. This value right here is our h. This is our k. Now, it doesn't matter if we go this way or that way. Either way, we're going from 144 to 128. Yes. So I went down 16. So that's my A value. So if I plug it in, and then 144. Okay. And some of y'all are like, Grant, yeah, there's multiple parts to some of these questions, but it does go quick. Okay. Uh, I still, because the filling them in goes quick, I want y'all to take your time with it. Okay. There's no prize for being the first person to finish the test or the last person. Okay. So that was number 5. Number 6. All right. That's my coordinate. This is my vertex. There are many other vertexes, but this one is mine. Hmm. This is at 3, 2. So that's my H and my K value. All right. To find my A, this is where it crosses again on the little grid thing. So I went up 2. So that is my A value. Oh, I almost wrote K instead of 2. I love it when my students argue about math. It's so much better than other trivial things. I don't really like. I'm not going to open that Pandora's box. I said I'm not going to open that Pandora's box. Um, don't. Yes, I'm recording. I I will lose subscribers if y'all make me angry and the large vein comes out of my forehead. We do not want to test that theory about gaining subscribers. Yes, that's exactly what everybody wants to see. A middle-aged, overweight Caucasian male trying to work out. Hashtag my journey. Getting fit with Jay. Okay. Today for cardio, we're doing bad dancing. Okay. Or dad dancing. Hey. All right. So so now this was set up vertically. Some people got confused about that, but the rules still apply. You look for where the Y's repeat. That's our H. That's our K. If we go from 16 to 13, that means we went down 3. That's our A value. Okay. So, all right. We're good here. All right. Now, by the way, some of these questions on part 3, I think this is part 3. Numbers 5 through 8 on the practice test that I'm going to give you later to do at home or outside of this classroom. Some of the word problems are quite funny. You should read them. All right. So I'm looking. They repeat right there. Okay. Notice I didn't even read the situation. Okay. It's jibber jabber. I read write a function rule. That's what we're doing. Okay. Well, you Well, remember, this is the 1A and this would be the 3A. So your A may be wrong. Okay, so we went from 400 to 384, so I went down 16. They understood what you were saying. I think they just had a little snafu in connecting the wires there. Okay, you still got the answer? Well, awesome. He did math magic. It's where you use the wrong numbers and somehow magically get the right answer. Oh, hey, shh, listen. They understand how they got the right answer. We do not. Let's leave it. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, let's go to the hardest part or hardest section of the whole test. I mean, you better put on your helmets because I'm about to blow your mind. This is some hard stuff right here. All right. So, is number 9, is this solid or dotted? Why is it dotted? Okay. Which way do we shade? Up. Now, this says 2 points each. This is not 1 point for this and 1 point for that. This is 2 points for this and 2 points for that. Whoa. Um, I don't think I'm going to have enough ink pens to grade tomorrow. Okay, so number 10, is this solid or dotted? Solid. And which way do we shade? Up. This one is dotted because no line, and we would shade down because the Y is not being eaten. Chompa, 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 chompa. And 12, this is solid, and we would shade down. Chompa, 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 chompa. Okay, so that is our first like little in-class review. Thank you for those who are tuning in from abroad. I know I'm getting lots of hits. Yeah, I'm. Who said no? I'm not. Again, I think it would be funny if there's another teacher somewhere in the world that wants to phone in their lesson that day, and then all of a sudden their students are having to watch me. That's hilarious. Okay, yes, because you're so popular as background noise. All right, so don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.